today we are going to talk about everything you need to know, diving into the rings planners. Perfect if you're just getting started or thinking about making the switch. And I'll walk you through the different sizes, the essential inserts, and the pros and cons to help you make the best choice for your planning. We're gonna start here. I wish you guys that there would only just be one and it would be so amazing. We would just pick one and run with it. There are different sizes because everyone has different needs, different environment where they work. We're gonna start with the pocket. So this is a pocket. This is a size that I have recently dove myself into. It is perfect for on-the-go planning. There's also a Pocket Plus, which just means the inserts are a little bit bigger, just a tad bit bigger. And that tad bit makes all the difference. So if you want to see the difference between the sizes, comment down below and let me know. And I will do a more in-depth on Instagram because I feel like that's more proper. I want to stay on focus with the size of the planner itself. Now, writing experience wise, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is absolutely tiny. So me in my early 40s, I will say that it does affect the eye a little bit, but it is adorable to carry around. It is basically my on-the-go planner / wallet. The cover size is going to be the same. It is the insert that is the difference for me as far as Gilio goes. I believe it's the same case with Moterm. I think Moterm Pocket and or Filofax pockets also fit the Pocket Plus inserts. So again, just a tad bit difference, but it does make a difference. Yeah, so this is the pocket on the go size. Perfect. Then there's an A6 size, which is between this guy and this guy. So A6, if you guys remember, this is my A6 Hobonichi, and I used it as a journal in 2024. This size is most likely what the ring A6 is going to look like. So you can see the difference in size. And of course, the inserts are going to be a little bit wider, a little bit taller than the pocket. And from what I hear from the people that are currently using A6, they say it's the perfect size if you feel like the personal is a little bit too big to carry around and the pocket is a little bit too small to write on. So it's a perfect medium. Is the A6 size is what I hear. The personal size, so this is that personal size, and this is one of the most popular options. So you're gonna see a lot of people talk about personal, and I myself as well talk about personal all the time because this actually is my EDC, which is everyday carry. It has my work and home, my kids' schedules, it has my travel schedules, now my budget in there, project log, a YouTube log, anything that I involve myself in from a day-to-day basis, all carried in this personal. So you can imagine the thickness, the chunkiness is a lot of pride in the stuff that I do every single day. If you feel like it's a little bit too small of a size to do things in, there is this FCC size. Now I'm going to compare the inserts for you in this one because I happen to have it. So this is the FCC size. There you go. And then here is that personal size. There's a difference in the width. The height, I believe, is the same. The width is where it makes a difference. So you can see the square, it has a little bit more space than your personal. But the planner cover, I would use the same. I know this is the Moterm and it fits, it's the Moterm, the XL, the large one, the Luxe, I think they call it. And that fits the FCC perfectly. But when it comes to the regular personal planner covers, I believe it fits it perfectly. It just might tad bit sneak out on you. So if you want side tabs, it'll definitely be sticking out. It won't be like in there, right? Unless you get it custom made. Let's go on to the next size, which is going to be the personal wide. Now, personal wide, you can imagine, just as it says, right? Personal wide just means it is a wider personal size. So you're gonna have this, you've got the FCC, but then now you've got something even wider than this. So it's almost like a square, if you will. I did use a personal wide for a minute back in, I want to say 2020, but my size is the personal, the A5, and then the Pocket Plus. So now, perfect time to get into A5. A5 is another beautiful size for handling day-to-day activities. I've seen quite a bit of people when I was doing some research that use A5 and A5 only. And I totally get it because you have so much space. If I were to have a project scheduler, you could see the definite difference between the two. You have plenty of space to write and also see very clearly what you wrote versus what you have here on the left, which is that personal size, less space than what you're going to be seeing here to the right with the A5. So A5, here's my hand again. A5 is amazing if you just need that maximum planning space. Let's get into the essential insert sections. I believe that when you are looking into a planner as a tool, which I do, there are some essentials that you do need to look into. Outside of these essentials, they're just so extra, and a lot of us love to be that extra because we just love paper and pen, don't we? Let's just really discuss what the essentials are and then what else would be an amazing extra that you would enjoy in your planner. Number one is a yearly overview. So yearly overview looks like this, something like this. So yearly overview is amazing because you look at the year at a glance in one page instead of flipping through each of the months. A lot of people jot down travel days or even sick days, children's sick days, off days, no school days, paychecks. Those are huge. People always mark that. Or you could even use this as a habit tracker if you really wanted to. This is that yearly at a glance, and then you always have some space somewhere around the yearly to jot down your dates to remember and some holidays. So this is the yearly. This is the monthly, and that's the second essential today that we want to talk about, because whether you choose monthly on 2 pages, which is what I have in here, and then I have monthly on 4 pages in my pocket, which looks like this. So this is monthly on 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4, versus monthly on 2 pages. So I like the 2 pages in this one just because it's already so chunky. 4 pages would make these monthlies so much thicker. So I didn't want to do that. And plus, I print out my monthlies in the thickest paper that I own, which is the 32 pound, versus everything else, which are Japanese business paper, which are much thinner. So the monthlies. The third one is a weekly layout. So layouts are your choice. There are so many layouts out there, you guys. Even in my shop, and I'm just getting started. I haven't even shared in the shop all the things, all the different layouts I have for you guys. I'm just perfecting all of them. I'm releasing one by one. This is a weekly option, you know, just like the Hobonichi, the way I was using it. So this is a weekly option. You look at it all in one page. Another weekly option is if you're a producer and you're having to do a lot of things throughout your week between work and personal, it's always great to have a way of planning the week so that you could see it right away and then run with those tasks. But weekly is great. You could meal plan on a weekly basis. You could habit track on a weekly basis. You could sleep track on a weekly basis. Add on those dream goal, key action steps, life-changing steps, right, towards your goals. And then the regular fire, the work and the personal here. So those are all different types of weeklies. There are so many more types of weeklies. Like there's a weekly like this where I'm testing this right now because I will be releasing it into the shop very soon without these habit trackers. But anyway, where it's just on 2 pages and it just goes to the next week over. It just goes to the next week. And there are weeklies like this, which is more vertical, and you have time slot throughout the week. If you're not a busy person, every single day you have like 100 tasks like me, then weekly is so essential, you guys. Weekly plan check off the things that you finish and move forward. The final one that I want to talk about is the daily. Daily is great if you are a more in-depth planner. I am that person. So I do need a weekly because this is where I am dumping a lot of things I know on top of my head I need to do, migrating the stuff that didn't get finished on the previous week, as well as new things come up throughout the week with the work or personal. I jot it down in one place here versus going to each daily and jotting it down there because I don't know what that day might hold. I might have an emergency. I have 4 children, you guys. So, I am one of those people where a lot of the times my time slots, I do time block for everything, which helps me majority of the time. If I didn't have time blocking, I would be completely in chaos. I will tell you that for sure. But then again, even as I time block things, I still have things that come up throughout the day. And I am not scared of those things because if it has to do with family, that comes first. As you guys know, if you've been on my channel for a while, this is a daily planner. And for me, I have it on 2 pages, not even on 1 page, because I put those key action steps, those life-changing goal steps here that I want to do, a little bite size that I want to work on every single day towards building that. And then I have the to-dos, which are my fires, my work and personal. And sometimes I put the smaller, like low energy tasks down here. Sometimes I put distractions down here. I use it whatever the way I want to use it at different times, different days even. A little bit of journaling or affirmation, Bible verse, prayer for the day, cheers for yourself as you face an amazing day. That kind of thing goes here. For me, I break down some of these larger tasks and I break it down into smaller tasks that are manageable throughout the day so I don't stress. So there's that as well. And then I have another little note taking place. These change and evolve through the times, but I'm pretty happy with what I have set up right now. So this is my daily. There are so many different other dailies, you guys. You could literally just take a piece of paper and pop it in here and use it as a daily. And I've seen a lot of people do that, which I think is beautiful, by the way, because make it yours. Make it make sense for you. That's what that is. So daily. Now, let's talk about some additional inserts that you might want to consider. A habit tracker. Again, my insert, if you guys look at it, I have a habit tracker built into my weekly. But if you have a blank piece of paper in your rings, you could literally just create your own habit tracker. So that is something additional and it's extra, but if it helps you, it helps you. For me, it helps me because for me, it helps me to stay mindful that I have to hit the gym because I haven't done it for 3 days and I have to call my mom because I didn't call her yesterday. It gives me that sense of reminder in my busy, chaotic life. It still brings me back down to earth and says, hey, these are the things that you really, really want to build into your routine. Let's do it. And then sleep tracker is another thing. I consider this self-care. It's to help me oversee and really handle and control my productivity because less sleep, obviously you're not going to be productive. The laser focus moment is gone. I think it's self-care because every time I sleep less than 5 hours or 6 hours, I look at myself and go, really, Helen, do you really want to do this to your body? Your body is precious. Your body does a lot of things for a lot of people. That's when I check myself. Again, you can see I checked myself and I went back to sleeping a little bit earlier. I would love to ideally sleep between 10 and 5, but hey, this is close enough for me. I'm very happy with it. Let me show you some other self-care sections I have in my planner. This is my monthly. I call it monthly because every month I want to, at the minimum, if not weekly, I want to check into this section. This section is very important to me because it changes my behavior in different ways. This is my no spend tracker. In the past, December, November, October, I figured out a way to use this because I love this insert from Sleepy Notes Club. She always gives it out as a freebie every single month, beginning of the month. And I love it so much. I want to use it, but I didn't have a reason to use it. Well, I figured out that last quarter of last year, I used that as a gas tank tracker. So I was trying to see how much I filled up and how much actually dollar amount was that fill up. But this year, what I decided was I am more curious about no spend, because really putting in gas is not that important to me, because I have to put gas to go to places. So why is it that important that I jot it down somewhere? I never really looked at it. I don't know. It was just a thing that I was doing. So this year I want to do a lot of no spend, low spend on, just terrible consumerism things, behaviors, and really be mindful. So are we not going to consume anything? Absolutely not. We're probably going to keep purchasing things and, things that we need, we don't need, I'm sure. I'm not going to penalize myself for that. That's not why this is here, but it's more for me to be more content with the things that we have and to be more mindful of not purchasing things that we don't need by putting in actual physical stickers on here. So every time I spend, I write down what I spent on. I don't care about the dollar amounts because it's in my budget and my spending tracker, but I care that I did spend something, and if so, what did I buy? And then if I didn't, then a sticker goes on. There's no color difference. It's all the same. And then I am using these for goals. Monthly goal tracker, that would be another extra, right? So let's talk about the self-care section. So I have a self-care. It has my sleep tracker. Every day in the weeklies, you saw that I track my sleep, and I just jotted down here because I just wanted to see an overview of each month as I go through the days. I think it would be kind of cool to do. Mood tracker, just to confront the day. Is it low energy day? Am I sick? Am I excited? Do I have a headache? That kind of thing. So that is just my mood tracker. I call it mood tracker, but it's just anything that I'm feeling in the moment in terms of productivity. For me, that's what's important. I don't really get sad, mad, angry too much. I'm pretty neutral. I think I'm at that place because my kids are a little bit older. When your kids are a little bit younger, I remember tracking something like this, like a mood tracker, just to see how many days I was angry and frustrated. But now I'm at a point, it's not about someone being able to affect my mood, because I don't really let that happen. It's hard to get me upset that fast. It's really hard. It's like, oh, you seem really angry and you kind of want to bring me down with you. I kind of see through that, and I just try to talk to them about, ways that they could cope with that anger, because I too have also been there. So yeah, so that is what this is about. Fitness tracker, just jotting down each day what exercises I've done. And then my weight tracker. Ooh, actually, I have to update you guys. I am losing weight. I am shedding. Not like crazy, but I am. So I just measured myself yesterday. Yesterday's Wednesday, right? 152. I was actually 152 here too. So I am trying to get down to under 140 because I really need to. I am definitely overweight. I used to be at 125, 130 when I moved to Arizona. And then from there, and that was when I already gained like 10 pounds. So from there to Arizona, it's been 7 years, and I'm sitting here like gaining more weight than losing it. So I need to get on top of it, because now it's becoming a health concern, not an aesthetic concern. It's more of a health concern, because I'm pretty content what I look like. I don't think anybody has a problem with it. I don't have a problem with it. It's more of health issue for me. I am not sick by any means, you guys, but I don't want to be sick. Habit tracker, again, I have it in the weeklies, and I'm just looking at it at a glance. I'm not good at this, you guys, so I don't know if that is something that I'm gonna continue just because I habit track here. And the whole point of habit tracking for me, let's just remind ourselves, is not to be aesthetic or looks great or it doesn't look great. It's more of a being mindful of the commitments or the thoughts that I had in my routine, my daily routine, to just come into fruition. For me, that's what it is. It's more of like an alarm clock. Milestones, things that I am going through in terms of milestones, like good things, good positive stuff. Like on the 1st of January, I wrote, feeling optimistic for 2025. Day 2, didn't make it to the gym, sick day. One line of day of just hitting that milestone of anything at all, anything positive. Like my son cooked rice this morning. That is a milestone because he doesn't cook rice, right? So just anything to just highlight the day and be grateful. We got health tracking. I have doctor appointments that I track for each of my family members. And I have this in the shop as well, you guys. This is the first initial of all the family members. And then I have, did the insurance cover it? Did HSA, like, did we pay it out of pocket? And if so, how much of it do we use for HSA, which is a health savings account that we have? HSA log, just jotting down, did we go to the drugstore to buy medication or anything at all, Band-Aids? I want to jot it down. Budget planning pages. We talked about the yearly budget in my previous video. So if you haven't checked that out, check that out. This is a great year, you guys, 2025, to get your budget in check. If you spend money, it's gone. I always tell my children this. If you have $1 in your hand, and today you go out to the store because you want that thing and you give that dollar to the store. Now the store is $1 richer and you're $1 poorer, right? So you have to always think about that because this dollar is not split into two, right? So you don't both gain $1. You are essentially giving that dollar to someone else, right? And so this is a good year to start being mindful and have that money mindset and to grow your finances, grow your savings accounts, learn a little bit more about investments, your retirements. I know some of you guys listening to this are really young and thinking like, retirement, not really, not right now. Like I need more money right this minute to spend. I get it. But even if you just put away $20 every month, it is something because that thing will accumulate over time. And when you do have more money, income, inflow flowing in, just increase that money. So, I always say start small, start where you're at and be proud of that because other people are living paycheck to paycheck. If you can put away $20, $30, that is not living paycheck to paycheck because you're thinking for the future and you're putting $20 away, which means you have $20 somewhere building up every single paycheck. So that, to me, I don't consider that paycheck to paycheck. When I consider paycheck to paycheck, and which I have lived that way for a long time in my 20s, you get $1,000 of paycheck and then you spend that $1,000 before your next paycheck hits, and your next paycheck, thank God it hit because now you got another $1,000 to burn. That was my life for a majority of my 20s. And so no one taught me money things. My parents, when I was little, they used to just give me money. I never earned it. When I became a teenager and I could start to drive, I started working at the malls. I was really into fashion and I was in the fashion industry for a minute. So after college, so that was like my whole passion. So I wanted to learn fashion merchandising, and where else can you do that but to work at the malls? So I worked at all those stores and, making my own money. It was probably like $500-$600 back then per paycheck. And I remember just having a bunch of clothes lined up before my next paycheck, just enough that my paycheck could pay those clothes, and used to burn that all off. And then the other one that I want to talk about is an adulting log. Adulting log, a lot of people call this the yearly log. And so you could call it either or. This is my 2025 adulting log. And basically, I am starting to work on it. I haven't finished it yet, you guys. I'm still updating it from all of these pages. I used to have each family member names, and then I would write down everything I need to do for them as it comes up. I want to consolidate. So one of my attempts was to put it all on one adulting log or yearly log. So dogs have their own page, like pets have their own page, but I'm essentially putting groom and vet appointments only, and vet appointments not even in here right now. So I am putting dogs groom and dog vet, and I wouldn't just put a dot where I feel like they need to be groomed. Mosquito treatment, we do that with our pest control from May to October. So I want to signify I need to call them in May to get that treatment. And then registrations, tree trimming, carpet cleaning, deep cleaning, everything would just go in here. Adulting log is pretty much the extra that I want to share with you. There are so many more. Let me know if you have any questions, and leave me a comment down below if you want me to discuss more inserts. This is what I got for you guys. Your binder should be your tool. This is supposed to act as your tool. So whether it be a journal, you need to journal, you need to be more peaceful, you need more calmness, and you need more reflection, have a journaling section. You have so many schedules that you just cannot keep up with. Have a monthly and a weekly at the minimum. on a daily basis. You have so many different tasks that you have to do throughout the week. Have a daily. You need daily inserts. So you know who you are and what your needs are in this season. It might change like next month, next week, but in this season, you know what you need, and that's what you go for. Be cold when it comes to that, because I've had moments where I would keep certain inserts because it's like clothes, right? Small clothes for me. I go, oh, I'm going to lose 10 pounds in the next few months. Let's just keep that in the closet. And it goes for years. Well, like, what are you doing, Helen? Get rid of it. And if you lost 10 pounds, wouldn't you go and celebrate it by buying new clothes that you don't need from years ago? Like, think about that, right? You don't have to throw it away, but you can certainly put it away out of your binder in that season and be okay with that and use what you need. That's what I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for listening in. And if you have any questions, again, let me know in the comments down below. And otherwise, I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.